So the main question is a question I personally love is the question, what if?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what if? Now I want you to think of either a major event that happened in your life or a big decision you had to make. Could have been a year ago, could have been 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Can you think of a decision or an event? A big one?
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I graduated college, 2 months after I graduated, my dad had died. And that is a life-changing experience.
Sure.
Yeah, especially like right when you finish college, you're like, oh my gosh, like now you're going into the real world. Like, what do I do with myself? It's all unknown, uncharted territory. So then having that and like having to, oh my gosh, the amount of responsibility that came after that, and it was just so different than what the other average 21, 22-year-old is doing, Yeah, so I think like that was the point in my life where like, the movie Back to the Future where Doc is like drawing on the board and he's got like, the two parallels. So it's like this point and it like split off into two parallel universes. So I feel like that was the point, and then now I am in this parallel universe. And
I'm super glad you made that reference, just because that's how I want people to think of this question, what if?
Okay.
Because my next question, which might be hard to think about, is what if that never happened?
I've thought about that so much. Like, sure, like that's a big thing, like think about it. So what if that didn't happen? So I think I would be doing something that with my major from college. So I studied biology and chemistry, and now I'm doing, like this business, which is fine. Like, it's what I'm doing. I really enjoy doing it, besides the point. So I'd be doing something with biology, and I don't think I'd be living in Illinois. I think I'd be somewhere like a park ranger or climbing mountains and like teaching people stuff, because I'm very outgoing and like I want to teach them about, I don't know, the environment, or like I really like water too, so maybe like on an ocean, or I don't know. So you don't know.
Travel.
Right, I would love to travel. Yeah, and like have a job with that, so you get paid to travel.
That would be the best.
Yeah,
I would love to travel.
Right?
For a job and get paid for it.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's a crazy thing to think about, because having not lost a parent, I've considered it myself of what would have happened if I had lost a parent, or even both parents.
Right.
I don't know what I would do. And it's one of those things where you really can't think of it until it happens.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just too hard.
Mm-hmm.
I even thought about what happens if my little dog dies. I don't want to deal with that.
It's so sad. It's so sad.
Yeah. It's just, I think it's kind of human nature to avoid that completely.
Mm-hmm.
There are other things where you could consider what if, and, be like, oh yeah, that'd be great. Like, what if I had a Lamborghini?
Sure.
I'd just be driving down the streets, everyone would love me.
Yeah.
And that'd be a happy thought. But, that's easy to think about.
Right,
But it's not easy to think about something like that.
Yeah, something so... I mean, everybody has to go through it at some point in their life,
Exactly.
So it's just a matter of when and where you are in your life and how you handle it. And it's a lot. But time helps. And then you kind of figure out who you are among all that, because it changes you. And yeah, I think you learn a lot. It's a big learning experience.
Yeah.
So.
Grow as a person.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Is there any advice you would lend anyone that may be watching that may have gone through this, or, it could happen to anyone in any day?
Right. I would recommend for whoever plan, like have a will in place. I know it's really kind of like, you don't really think about that.
And no one even wants to really do that.
Right. Because it's kind of depressing, you know? But it's such a good thing to have in place, because, like, seriously, what if? What if I go and drive down the street and I get in a car accident and die or something? You want to think you live forever, and everybody lives forever, but you don't. And so plan for it a little bit, whatever you can do. Because it makes everybody's lives easier afterwards. Because then, like the person that dies, your life just ends. So it's just over. Okay, but it's the people that are still alive that have to
That's right.
somehow figure out how to live their life with having. So.
I think you're right. I think there's a huge kind of responsibility that comes with being someone that could die. I mean, we're all going to die, but I think it's smart on both ends to have just a talk, a good sense of communication at some point to just be like, hey, it's going to be super uncomfortable,
Right.
but we should probably go over what could happen, and if it does, be able to kind of plan things out for everybody.
Totally. And to know, like, the wishes of everybody, too.
Sure.
You know? I don't know. It's hard talks, but yeah, important to have them.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, hey, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.